Hello, everyone. Live from the Things Conference. Again, I'm Alan Purwitha, CEO of Capstone Partners. And at this moment, I'm with Ranveer Chandra, the Chief Scientist for Microsoft Azure. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, it's great to be here.
Well, thanks for taking a minute to chat with all this to go on. There's lots to see here.
Yeah,
Never a dull moment.
it is. It's
But
exciting.
anyway, so Microsoft and Laura.
Yeah.
That's a combination perhaps we didn't think of a year or two ago. So tell me, what interests you enough to come here and participate in this great event?
Yes, I'm excited about all the applications of IoT. So Microsoft is enabling several features in the IoT space. We are leaders as far as IoT is concerned, making it easy to ingest large amounts of data from all these sensors. And LoRa plays an important role to connect that last mile. Getting data from the devices, from places where you do not have connectivity, is where LoRa plays an important role. So we are very excited to be here to see all the innovation that is happening from several of our partners and getting all of this data to Azure, where we can then bring in all the power of the cloud with AI, with machine learning, to start driving insights on top of all of this data.
Sure, insights and scale as well, because
Yes.
one of the top concerns about IoT as we go along, although we're starting to solve the problems of scaling, and it's scaling really in every part of an IoT solution. The nice thing is when you work with a partner like Azure, you've sort of solved the cloud side of the scale equation.
That's right. That's right. And that's a very important part which we are taking out. We don't want our partners to be concerned, our solution providers to be concerned about the cloud scaling aspect of it. How do you scale an AI algorithm? How do you scale ingestion of these IoT data with, say, other data streams that you might have? For example, satellite data or other data streams. We are solving all those issues in Azure.
It's a big difference from years ago when people thought the first thing they should do to build company value is fill their basement with blade servers. And now, thankfully, if you pitch that to an investor, they'd rightfully throw you out of the room.
Yes.
Thanks to what you're doing. So
Right.
I know that Microsoft is involved in so many things, but I know one of the things that comes to the top of mind lately is around agriculture.
Yes.
And so maybe you could just share a little bit about what's your focus around the whole agricultural segment.
Yes, so the world has a food problem. The world's food production needs to increase significantly by 2050 to feed the growing population of the world. And it's not just about feeding the world. We need to give the world good, nutritious food, and we need to get there without harming the planet. So it's a big problem. How do we get there? And the most promising approach to do that is data-driven agriculture. That is, if you could take guesswork out of a farmer's life and allow them to take decisions based on data and data-driven farming. And that's the kind of thing we are developing as part of the Farm Beats program at Microsoft, where we are enabling collection of large amounts of data from the farm, for example, from sensors, from drones, from cameras, from tractors, and then we are merging that data with, for example, satellite data in the cloud, and then driving insights on top of that using AI and machine learning. So this is a product that we announced at a Microsoft conference in November, and now we are working with partners to take it to the growers.
That sounds very interesting. So you're providing all this heavy-duty analytical help and helping pull all the data together, and people don't realize how hard it is to pull data together from many sources and make it rational so you can actually use it.
Right.
But then, what's the connection between the analytics that Microsoft is doing and the actionability of the farmer based on the outcome of that analytics?
Right. So this is where we are providing some of those. So I'll give you a simple example. Suppose the problem is how much water to apply in different parts of the farm. It's an irrigation problem. When do you apply water? How much water do you apply? Where do you apply? These are all questions the farmer asks. And right now, those decisions are based on guesswork. What we are doing is we put a few sensors in the ground. These sensors communicate with LoRa over different parts of the spectrum using TV white spaces. And then we get drone imagery or satellite imagery, and we have AI algorithms using which you can construct a soil moisture map of the entire farm, 6 inches, say, below the soil, using the sensor fusion technique, combining sensors with aerial imagery. And with very few sensors, you can start building such maps. Once you have a map, then you can start deciding where do you apply how much water. Another work we did was we are combining ground sensor data with weather stations. So you can then start predicting not just what the soil moisture value is now, but what is it going to be 5 days in advance. Once you do that, you can decide when do you apply water, how much water do you apply.
I wish I could get that from my front yard. But one last wrap-up question is, so this to me, this FarmBeat initiative ties directly into this massive sustainability initiative that Microsoft announced earlier this month, where Microsoft wants to be carbon neutral by 2030. I really don't know how you achieve that without IoT technology.
IoT technology has a key role to play in our sustainability initiative. So what we announced was we plan to get carbon negative by 2030. And by 2050, we are actually going to erase all the carbon emissions we've even generated all the way from the time Microsoft was founded in 1975. And in order to get there, it's several we need to first know how much carbon is generated. For that, we need IoT technology. We need to come up with a way to measure the footprint. We need a way to estimate how much carbon did we bring back. For example, with agriculture is one such vertical with which you can put carbon back to soil. But if you do that, you need to know how much carbon did you put back in. And that, again, goes back to IoT. So Internet of Things, LoRa technologies, LoRaWAN technologies have a very key role to play to achieve that sustainability goal that we put forward
That's
for us.
fantastic. Yeah, I frankly, it's the more we want to do about sustainability, the more we have to do with IoT. It's hand in hand
Yes, it is.
project together. But anyway, Ranveer, thank you very much for your time today.
Great talking to you.
You too.
Thank you.